working, been a making cars in Detroit, but tomorrow morning I'll be checking out. I'm a-leaving this old city and the hard times that I've had. I'm a-leaving Detroit, I'm heading south. I'm going where the southern breezes blow. I'm tired of Detroit's weather with the snow. Don't look for me tomorrow, 'cause tonight I'm checking out. I'm leaving Detroit, I'm heading south. I can smell the mountain laurels and the honeysuckles blooming. I taste that southern cooking in my mouth. I miss the ones that love me and the good times that I've had. I'm a-leaving Detroit, I'm heading south. I'm going where the southern breezes blow. I'm tired of Detroit's weather with the snow. Don't look for me tomorrow, 'cause tonight I'm a-checking out. I'm a-leaving Detroit, I'm heading south. I'm going where the southern breezes blow. I'm tired of Detroit's weather with the snow. Don't look for me tomorrow, 'cause tonight I'm a-checking out. I'm leaving Detroit, I'm heading south. Was on one cold winter's night, and the winds blew across the wild moor. Poor Mary came wandering with a child in her arms, and she stopped at her own father's door. Old father, she cried, come down and open the door, for this child in my arms will perish and die from the winds that blow across the wild moor. Oh, why did I leave this fair spot, where once I was happy and free? This wide world to roam, with no friends or no home, and no one to have pity on me. But the old man was deaf to her cry, not the sound of her voice did he hear. For the watchdog did howl, and the village bell tolled, and the winds blew across the wild moor. Oh, how the old man must have felt when he opened the door the next morn, and he found Mary dead, but the child still alive, clasped close in his dead mother's arms. In anguish he pulled his gray hair, and the tears down his cheeks they did pour, when he saw how that night they had perished and died from the winds that blow across the wild moor. The old man his life pined away, and the child to its mother went soon. And no one, they say, lived there till this day, and the old house to ruin has gone. but the villagers point out the spot, and the willows stoop over the door where poor Mary died, once the sweet village bride, from the winds that blow across the wild moor. When John Henry was a little bitty boy, he sat on his mama's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. This hammer'll be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This hammer'll be the death of me. When they invented that big steam drill, they thought they had done something fine. That steam drill drove down 19 inches. John Henry drove down 29, Lord, Lord. John Henry drove down 29. The dress that she wore was blue. She walked down the track and she never looked back. Said, Johnny, I'm in love with you, Lord, Lord. Johnny, I'm in love with you. John Henry went up on the mountain and he looked down on the other side. The mountain was so tall and Johnny was so small. He laid down his hammer and he cried, Lord, Lord. Laid down that 9-pound hammer and he cried. When the women in Chicago heard John Henry was dead, they all started crying and they said, I'm a-going to the east, I'm a-going to the west, I'm a-going where John Henry fell dead, Lord, Lord, I'm a-going where John Henry fell dead. I can only make it till tomorrow, I know I'll be all right come daylight. When I see that morning sun, maybe I'll forget she's gone. But Lord, it's gonna be a long, long night. I guess I always knew someday she'd leave me. She's the kind of girl one man can't satisfy. While everyone's asleep, I just walk that floor and weep. 'Cause Lord, it's gonna be a long, long night. If I can only make it till tomorrow, I know I'll be all right come daylight. When I see that morning sun, maybe I'll forget she's gone. But Lord, it's gonna be a long, long night. But Lord, it's gonna be a long, long night. Here I am, I'm sitting by my window, watching everybody hurry by. But it don't make no difference how the wind blows. I won't sit at home alone and cry. I guess you thought you'd hurt me with your leaving, but I found a way to even up the score. You won't find me a-sitting and a-grieving, 'cause it don't make no difference anymore. It don't make no difference anymore. I found a way to even up the score. While you've had one, I've had two or three or four, and it don't make no difference anymore. Be my baby, and no one else could love you like I do. But I'm through with you, babe, I don't mean maybe. I won't sit and worry over you. I guess you thought you'd hurt me with your leaving, but I found a way to even up the score. You won't find me a-sitting at home and a-grieving, 'cause it don't make no difference anymore. It don't make no difference anymore. I've found a way to even up the score. While you've had one, I've had two or three or four. It don't make no difference anymore. It don't make no difference anymore. Crazy. The higher up the cherry tree, the sweeter grows the cherries. The more I love and kiss that girl, the more I won't marry. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy. Fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy. I saw that pretty little miss walking down the hill. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy. Raccoon's got a bushy tail, a possum's tail is bare. Rabbit ain't got no tail at all, just a little white bunch of hair. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy. Pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy. In Scarlet Town, where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling with golden hair and eyes of blue, and her name was Barbara Allen. Was in the merry month of May. The flowers they were budding. Sweet William came from a distant town and courted Barbara Allen. Was in the merry month of June. The flowers they were blooming. Sweet William on his deathbed lay for the love of Barbara Allen. He sent his servant to her door, where Barbara was dwelling. My master is sick and he sends for you. If your name be Barbara Allen. So slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she drew nigh him, and all she said when she got there, young man, I fear you're dying. Oh yes, I'm sick, so very sick, and surely I am dying. No better, no better I ever will be if I can't have Barbara Allen. Oh yes, you're sick, so very sick, and surely you are dying. No better, no better you ever will be, 'cause you can't have Barbara Allen. As she was on her highway home, she heard the birds singing, and every note they seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbara Allen. She looked to the east, she looked to the west. She saw his corpse a-comin'. Lay down that corpse of clay, that I may look upon him. Oh, Father, go dig my grave. Go dig it deep and narrow. Sweet William died for me today, and I will die tomorrow. They buried her in the old churchyard, and William, he lay nigh her. On William's grave grew a red, red rose. On Barbara's grew a briar. They climbed to the top of the old church tower, and they could climb no higher, and there they grew in a true lover's knot, the rose around the briar. I traveled from Texas to old Louisiana, through valleys o'er mountains and plains. Both footsore and weary, I rested a while on the banks of the old Pontchartrain. The fairest young maiden that I ever saw came by as it started to rain. We both found a shelter beneath the same tree on the banks of the old Pontchartrain. We hid from the shower an hour or so. She asked me how long I'd remain. I knew that I loved her and wanted to stay on the banks of the old Pontchartrain. I just couldn't tell her that I'd run away from jail on a West Texas plain. So I told her that I'd spend the rest of my days on the banks of the old Pontchartrain. One day a man put his hand on my arm, said, son, you must go west again. So I bid farewell to the girl that I love and the banks of the old Pontchartrain. It was long, long ago in the moonlight. We were sitting on the banks of a stream when you whispered so sweetly, I love you, and the waters murmured a tune. Oh, they tell me your love is like a flower. In the springtime it blossoms so fair. In the fall then it withers away, dear. And they tell me that's the way of your love. It was spring when you whispered these words, dear, and the flowers were all blooming so fair. Now it's cold and the snow falls around me. I can tell that your love is not fair. Oh, they tell me your love is like a flower. In the springtime it blossoms so fair. In the fall then it withers away, dear. And they tell me that's the way of your love. Oh, they tell me your love is like a flower. In the springtime it blossoms so fair. In the fall then it withers away, dear. And they tell me that's the way of your love. That girl that just got up and walked to the jukebox. You say she's a beauty, what's she doing in here? If you look in her eyes, you'll see the sorrow that she tries to hide with the wine and the beer. The dress that she's wearing fits her much too tight, and her sweet lips are painted a little too red, you say. And she'll leave here with some man she's just met tonight, but she's not to blame. I made her that way. I made her that way. The girl that she is today, she's not to blame. I made her that way. Was a sweet wife, she'd never done wrong, and her lips didn't know the taste of whiskey and beer. But with all of my wild life, I wouldn't stay home. Now she's followed me, she makes her home in here. I made her this way, the girl that she is today, she's not to blame. I made her this way.